Hey there. Welcome back to the Surge. I'm the head of security now. It's me, Security Head Warren.
I know the world seems to have stopped watching, and maybe that's the issue. We've made some decisions. Decisions I'm not proud to say that I was originally part of. But we wanted to do our best. What do they say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, ours certainly were. Even those who I believe have now gone too far, they were still doing it for you, for mankind. But looking at the big picture, they lost perspective. We lost perspective. It's why I believe it is my duty as a citizen of this country and of the world to bring to your attention utopia. Unauthorized, unsanctioned, untested. Designed to replace Resolve, though instead of proper channels, it has been fast-tracked through the back door. You need to know what this will do. What this will do to you all. Utopia is...
Huh. Well, that doesn't bode well.
System error. User profile cannot be loaded. Profile loaded. Welcome, Captain. Your equipment has been unlocked.
Captain Warren, I like it.
Have you been cleared for this Welcome, Captain. Your equipment has been unlocked.
I'll take it. X06 security rig acquired. Now we can go anywhere, do anything. We're the boss now. Which is pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I like being the boss. Makes me feel important. And we got a nice fancy red security suit to go with it. Look at that. Our jumpsuit doesn't match our Iron Mouse suit anymore, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. And that's interesting, that it seems Creo was forcibly silencing any dissenters who sought to inform the world about Project Utopia. And boy oh boy did they silence with great prejudice. For defeating the Black Cerberus, we got all of his gear and his weapon. You get that for cutting off his arm and taking care of the Pax robot in the way that stops him from healing. However, it's a little bit too heavy for us to wear, so I think we're just gonna stick with what we know and love for now. We are gonna use the weapon though, because his weapon is one of the best in the whole game.
Come back anytime, sir.
It's real good. And the security stations and ops centers will now refer to us as the captain, which is great. I love it. I like being the captain.
All stations present and accounted for.
However, let's maybe not get overzealous, right? Getting a little bit too big for our britches, getting a big ego is what caused the Black Cerberus to get horribly murdered by us. So let's maybe not make his mistake, and
Danger. Safety
let's have a little bit of precaution, shall we? I'm calling a do-over on that one. Let's try that again. We're gonna just take the shortcut this time. So the Black Cerberus's weapon, the V2 version, the special effect is when you do a heavy attack, it'll do a thump on the ground, and it'll shoot out a wave of electricity if you have a certain amount of energy to spare for it. So if you're trying to be conservative with your energy, not so great. However, under other circumstances where you just want to kill the absolute crap out of anything in your way, it's great.
Clearance confirmed.
And there we have it. It's just that easy. Around the facility so far, we have been seeing these weird little security drone robot station thingies. Elevator's on its way. Okay. Hi there. Anyway, we've been seeing these security station entrances along our path throughout the entire game, all the way back to abandoned production. And now, we can finally get in. And so, in a couple episodes' time, we're going to be going back through the facility. And we're going to be checking all that out.
But this is how it starts. It's the small things. It might just be stolen office supplies to them, but what next? I have a duty to find a culprit. Besides, they may be satisfied with staying where they are, but I have ambition. They'll be laughing on the other side of their faces when I'm the one calling out the duty roster.
Well. Oh no, not stolen office supplies. I can't think of anything worse. I believe that's another Raging Drones related log. You want to know where they're getting their drones from? Well, here you go. There's a big giant room full of them in here.
I think I've tracked the source of some of our current security problems. You may be aware of the recent increase in missing material and tools, plus the episode last Saturday of what we can only assume is sabotage in R&D. I am led to believe Dr. Chavez is covertly working within the facility. Though I have tried to bring this to the attention of the board, every time I seem to be stonewalled by Mr. Bonham and Mr. Fox. Without further authorization, my hands are currently tied.
Ah yes, Bonham and Fox. You may recall that Dr. Chavez, she wants us to find them. And now that we're here in the executive forum and we're going to override the lockdown, we can finally have a chat with them. So that's kind of exciting. Things are finally going to happen here. Oh boy. Well, that robot seems to be having a little bit of trouble, so let's just dislodge it from the floor. Okay, so maybe that's not another Raging Drones log. Might be related to Dr. Chavez stealing materials to make her little virus to stop Project Utopia. And you know what? I very much would like to stop Project Utopia. I don't know about you. Matter of fact, you may have forgotten that that's our goal, because it hasn't really come up a whole lot lately. But, we do still have that thing Dr. Chavez gave us, so if worst comes to worst and we have to stop Project Utopia from launching ourselves, I guess we'll do it. But we'll hand it off to Bonham and or Fox first, because I have a feeling they'll know what to do with it better than I will. So we just unlocked a shortcut back to the Ops Center, but we don't really need it. We just got a little path back here, so we can do some weird video game fence walking to get back to our little elevator here. And up we go. Finally, after 16, 17 episodes. Welcome everybody to the Executive Forum. I hope it was worth the wait. Of course, we're not quite there yet. Still gotta work on our clearance a little bit. Oh! So the Black Cerberus's hammer weapon here is, it's really good at taking out enemy bodies. Really, hammer weapons are in general, but if you want to cut a body off, you need a weapon with a lot of impact to break the body. And this one's pretty good at it.
This is confusing.
Management floors are all clean. There's no sign of the chaos outside. There's security everywhere. It's like they were planning for this. I don't know what's going on. She tried to calm me down. She told me she was stuck here. I don't know. I want to believe in her. I need to. I just want to see a friendly face in the flesh. Even if it hurts.
You know, honestly, I'm with Mallory on this one. You know, it is nice to have Hobbs and, well, maybe not Davy anymore, but Hobbs isn't enough. We've spent so long fighting for our life every 5 seconds with the op centers very, very happily, cheerfully warning of our imminent dismemberment as we leave. And I'm getting a little sick of it. We need contact. Humans need contact in order to not give up hope. And I gotta say, right about now, I'm feeling a little hopeless. My God. The log was right. This place is immaculate. They haven't had a single problem here. I guess the first thing they did was try to protect the board. Man. Creo treats its employees well if they're above a certain pay grade. I mean, look at that art on the walls. Look at the hardwood floors and the real trees out here in the desert. Such a stark contrast compared to what we just came from. I would be kind of offended if I wasn't just astounded beyond words instead. Makes me want to tear some heads off, really.
We've always seen Jonah Gutenberg as the face of Creo, but he's not alone. Creo's board is made up of cream of the crop, and too often their views are not heard. Today we're going to change that. Please welcome Tobias Green.
Well, thank you, Don. It's a pleasure to be here.
I was told Mr. Gutenberg is currently unavailable. Would you like to elaborate?
Now, as you may know, Jonah has been suffering from extreme stress recently. We're at a critical phase here at Creo. In fact, I dare say it's a new beginning.
Would you care to elaborate there?
No, not currently. As I'm sure you understand, confidentiality is of the utmost importance.
Of course.
Well, we have huge decisions to make on a daily basis, as well as the smooth running of operations here at Creo. With the recent tide of dissent against Project Resolve, we've come to the conclusion that bold steps need to be taken.
And what would those be?
Again, it's too early to elaborate any further, but be assured we have the best interests of humanity at heart. And when the time is right, all will be revealed. There are tough choices that need to be made in the days ahead, but rest assured, we will make them.
Forgive me for saying so, but that does sound vaguely ominous.
No, not at all. But you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
I'm being told that that's all we have time for right now. So, thank you for your time.
Holy shit. They ousted him. That's not good. I guess now we know the reason why Project Resolve was abandoned. Because they got rid of Gutenberg. Oh man. That's actually really, really bad news.
Trumped up little fuck. Where does he get off on lecturing us about worker rights? Unbearable. Honestly, I knew this would happen when they promoted him. Don't know what they were thinking? Hey, why not promote every dumbass on the assembly line? Pedigree seems to count for nothing these days. I heard the other dirtbirds hate him too. Having him announce the last salary cut and fire that old fart was a shrewd move. Thanks for the tip. I like shit. Some small recompense for having to deal with him. I mean, he even gets to use the executive washroom and canteen. Now I have to see his ugly mug when I eat and piss.
Oh my god! It was a conspiracy! Ferguson! It was a conspiracy against him all along! No! That's the worst reveal ever! Oh god! Oh man, oh, that makes me feel bad inside. Oh, why does the world just keep shitting on poor Ferguson? What did he do? What did he do to deserve this? God. Anyway, with Jonah Gutenberg out of the picture, the rest of the board is going to have to vote on Project Resolve being ousted and Project Utopia coming in. Now, we know from various little peeks we've had that there are like, I think 8 members on the board? Between 6 and 8, not counting Jonah Gutenberg. And Bonham and Fox are outnumbered here. So we need to find them, we need to have a word with them, and we need to fix this. Because I don't want the world to be turned into robot people. That's a bad thing. I don't want that to happen. So enemies are starting to drop Mark IV upgrade materials. Now, Mark IV is about the best we can get in the first playthrough of the Surge. The Surge scales up really well into New Game Plus. It adds whole new tiers of upgrade materials starting back from 1. So, every new playthrough of the Surge has a new tier of upgrade to keep your damage and health and stuff ramping up with the enemies, which is really, really cool. I think that's really, really neat that they did that. And the reason that I say that Mark IV is almost the best we can get for now is because there's a little twist that you'll see near the end of the game on the concept of upgrading our materials. For now, though, that's about the best we're going to be able to do. And by the way, as we're running around here, you might see the drones lighting up in red instead of blue, and they don't make a shield around the enemy. Well, that's because the drones in this area are a special security variant of some kind, where, unfortunately for us, they buff the enemy's damage instead of giving them damage resistance. So, I feel like they did that in the wrong order, to be honest. I feel like the shield drones should have been in this area, and the damage drones should have been earlier in the game, because enemies already do a lot of pain and punishment here, and it would be exaggerating a little bit to say that they can kill me in one hit when they're buffed by the drone, but it's more like 1.5 hits, and that's a little bit nerve-wracking, let's say. Just a little bit.
Good day, sir.
And as you can see, the Surge is starting to succumb to the Souls game tradition, the Souls-like tradition of having the currency economy balloon to insane levels right at the end of the game. And we are getting to the end of the game here. We've reached our destination. There's not much left for us to do here at Creo. And so we're starting to get souls by the tens of thousands, and by souls I mean tech scrap. They're basically interchangeable at this point. Our tech scrap is starting to balloon, and our upgrades to our core are starting to cost more and more and more. So you're gonna see me upgrading a lot less here in the final couple of episodes, because it just gets too expensive. So if you see me walking around with hundreds of thousands of tech scrap, don't worry. It actually doesn't matter all that much if I lose them anymore. But that's good, right? It's good that leveling up is becoming really expensive, because we can spend all of our leftover tech scrap on varying up our equipment and speccing ourselves out for when the enemy damage starts to ramp up to insane levels. Oh, what's that? The enemy damage is ramping up to insane levels right now as we speak. Huh, weird how that works. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Or at least I'm pretending to, anyway. I just want to say, fuck this guy. This one guy is such a pain in the ass. Because you're in this tiny little one-person wide hallway, and you gotta fight this guy that you can't get up on because he's got these really wide, sweeping attacks that just go all over the place. And then you get past him and fucking Abbott and Costello over here. I was so upset when that first guy killed me. And then I got him on the second try. On my first playthrough, this is. I got him on my second try, came back, and then that guy killed me.
I finally reached my limit. I told her to fuck off. And then it happened. Right outside Ops. My whole body. Everything hurt. I remember hitting the floor. Opening up my shirt. Cuts and bruises everywhere.
What?
I can hardly move or breathe now. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Left eye is blind again. What did that bitch do to me? I was fine. I was totally fine, and then all of a sudden, the agony. I'm broken. What's happening to me?
Oh my. Oh, Sally. Oh, Sally. You and I are gonna have some words later.
Hey, this is a restricted area. Wait, it's you. You're not supposed to be here.
Well, I'm here anyway. How are you doing?
You need to leave, or I'll be forced to make you. I know you believe you have a good reason to be here, but you're not cleared for this area. I'm risking my position just talking to you.
Don't you even remember me?
I am not sure what you're referring to. I'm doing my job here, so don't stretch my patience. This area is under lockdown. I request you leave immediately. Look, Please. My head. You need to go. We have orders to eliminate any potential threat. The girl in the server room. Trespassing. Don't want you to end up like that.
Seriously, after all I've done for you?
I've been more than patient with you. If you don't remove yourself, I'll have to remove you by force.
What? What? Let's get to that boardroom.